Welcome to Sincerely Bhakti. Today our topic is distinguishing the fool and the wise man, or the transcendentalist. So today I'm reading from the Bhagavad-gītā, commentary by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, chapter 2, verse 54. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak? And what is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk?" So here, Arjuna has surrendered to Krishna as his disciple. Krishna is now his guru. And Krishna is asking sincere questions to his teacher. And I find it so fascinating that Arjuna is asking Krishna what a wise man looks like on a very practical level. How can he identify one who is wise? Who is this transcendentalist? What does he look like? Because my sense is that these transcendentalists are rare. And even nowadays we can see, how can we identify someone who is truly wise? So Prabhupada offers some commentary on this verse by saying that there are many different qualities that can distinguish one who is a transcendentalist. There's different symptoms, but the most important is speech. Because he says, it is said that a fool is undiscovered as long as he does not speak. And certainly a well-dressed fool cannot be identified unless he speaks. But as soon as he speaks, he reveals himself at once. So I've been reflecting on this lately, and even this whole project for Sincerely Bhakti and being able to speak on the fly. I don't have any fancy editing software. I don't have a team of people helping me figure this out. I usually do these videos with multiple takes, but I do it in one shot. I don't cobble together different takes to choose the best one. And so being able to articulate ideas in a thoughtful way in the moment, oftentimes spontaneously, is not just a matter of memorization or certain speaking skills. It requires a deeper understanding of an inspiration that comes from within. Especially when I'm reading from scripture, that this inspiration has to come from a soul place. And so often there's this danger of being a fool, and sometimes I do feel like a fool often. And it doesn't matter how well dressed a fool is. As soon as they speak, we all know this person is a fool. And so regarding speech is so powerful. How am I going to use my speech? There are so many creative, empowering, beautiful ways to use speech, and there are destructive ways to use speech. And recently I've been thinking about the power of gossip and controversy, and how people can get swept up in that, and how gossip and the news can be so degrading. It actually serves no function or purpose. And it's just very worldly. This is called gramya katha, this worldly talk and this mundane discussions. Whereas, transcendental talk, this talk of the most important goal of life, which is to transcend this world. And I once asked a friend, how do you know that a friendship revolves around God or a meaningful connection to the divine? Actually, I was asked this question. How do you know that a relationship revolves around Krishna or God? And it kind of came from within, similar to how I started this little talk or katha today, is that I just felt a certain inspiration rise to my heart. And I said, well, if you want to talk about Krishna, if you just want to talk about Krishna, then that shows that a relationship revolves around God. So it could be Krishna or any other name that is bona fide for God. And so Prabhupada mentions here the immediate symptom of a Krishna conscious man is that he speaks only of Krishna and of matters relating to him. Other symptoms then automatically follow. So when we want to talk about Krishna, this is a major symptom that we're actually getting a taste for spiritual life. We just can't help it. It's satisfying. It's almost like gossip has this kind of attractive mode to it, but it's this perverted reflection of our desire to actually talk and converse and connect about God. But because it's not the proper sublimation of that proclivity to actually speak about something transcendental, then it's used towards something material and of this world, and all of the drama associated with gossip. But when it's truly an expression of the soul, we just can't help it. We just want to talk about God and what's our goal and what's the purpose in being alive. Why am I breathing right now? So this symptom of wanting to talk about God is special and it's rare. This is not usual talk of this world. In general, people usually get absorbed in Gramya Katha. But this Hari Katha, this talk about God, is special, it's rare, and it's the symptom of a wise man or woman. So I feel grateful to be here on Sincerely Bhakti and getting to speak Hari Katha. And thank you for tuning in. And I will see you next time. Hare Krishna.